my memory goes back to 1990 when Babri Masjid time, the most horrendous riots took place in the city of Hyderabad. And when we went and we did an investigative report, at that time it was Ekta, a small group of people called Ekta. We did an investigative report, and it was very clear those riots, of course, were fed by this certain rumor plus communal quote-unquote hatred created by, this most terrifying incident, destruction of Babri Masjid. That, I think, was the cause for whatever happened in the old city in that year. But somehow Hyderabad city has managed to survive without all these disturbances for quite some time. And I remember for a long time we didn't have those kind of riots, and it was quite peaceful. The city remained peaceful. 2012, it started in 2012, and I think it became worse after 2014. New government at the center, which indulges in all kinds of lies, in distorting history, in propagating, the worst thing is in propagating hatred, communal hatred, propagating and distorting history and communal hatred. This is the most unfortunate thing, I think, and we cannot dismiss that factor in what is happening today. It's definitely contributed to the kind of hatred created by Hindutva forces, created by and supported by the central government, which did nothing to stop it. We've seen incidents of lynching of young Muslim boys for eating beef or for storing beef or for carrying whatever it is. Even some Dalits, they have been lynched. And there was not a single statement from the central government or the BJP condemning this, condemning lynching as a violation of the right to life, no matter who it is. And this is the most unfortunate thing, I think, and it cannot be forgiven, it cannot be overlooked in what is happening now. What we see in Hyderabad is incidents taking place because somebody vandalized an idol in a temple, different incidents that all of you are aware of. From January onwards, you can see how election time, every time it's election time, something or the other happens. So this kind of a thing that's happening, and definitely created by, you can call them rowdy sheeters, you can call them, definitely caused by rowdy sheeters, but they're outsiders. We just learned that what happened in Shamshabad, that incident, it was an outsider from UP. The report is just out. Now that clearly shows this is to discredit the ruling party, the Congress party in power, and creating these kind of incidents. And an incident can become, violent, because once it happens, people get agitated and you can believe that it is a Hindu who killed a Muslim or a Muslim who did this. What I see is that people are beginning to see, I think. Somewhere perhaps people are beginning to see. Now, Shamshabad thing, the report says, after that nothing happened, it's quiet now, quietened. So, obviously there is something behind all this, some force behind all this to discredit the ruling party, the government, and then Hyderabad, which was a peaceful city, which we lived in this city ever since I was born. I'm part of this city, its culture. But what's happening now, it's most disturbing and sad part of it. That is why I feel, it's time we question ourselves about our identities as a Hindu, as a Muslim, or as a... This is happening. We are, of course, all that, I mean, there's no question. But we are more than anything else individual human beings. And that humanity has to be restored. We have to, regain our humanity over and above all other identities, whether I'm a Hindu or a Muslim or a Dalit or a Brahmin or whoever it is. The identity as a human being, as an individual who would like to live in peace as a human being, that is, I think, we are losing that. And that is what we need to really regain our humanity, restore our humanity, our sensitivities more than anything. You can't watch a woman being raped and a man being lynched and keep quiet and look the other way. This is what is happening, and that's the most tragic thing that is happening. And we, of course, you can call it communal rights or whatever it is, but above all, in my view, if we want to be citizens with rights, with responsibilities, if we want to be human beings, we have to restore our identity as a human being. That's most important. And we have a right to life in the Constitution. It gives us the right to life. But what's happened, so tragically again, those rights, when they are violated, the state is not functioning or doing its work. Either they are ignoring or not taking it seriously, FIRs not filed. This is, in a way, the worst kind of violation of constitutional rights, right to life. But how do we restore these rights? How do we protect these rights? It's only by restoring our humanity, thinking of ourselves as human beings and not as a person of some religion or the other who hates all other religions, who thinks one's own religion is superior to everything else. That's the worst kind of faith one can have. But this kind of a thing, violation of rights, is most inhuman, and particularly for parties, a party in power to propagate this kind of hatred is unforgivable, and we must fight it. Thank you.